welcome back to my channel into another bag review. I don't even know if this counts as a bag review because if you guys have seen my pre-Black Friday haul, you guys would have seen this bag in that video. I'll link the video somewhere above here. But I figured since I wasn't sure if I was going to keep the bag, I didn't really go in depth about the bag. I can't even say this is a review because I haven't even used the bag yet. I've used the bag once, and if you guys didn't see that video, you'll know why the moment I unbag this bag, why I haven't even used it yet. But before I get on with this video, let me get my disclaimer out of the way. If you guys are brand new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below just because I currently don't have a regular upload schedule, so the easiest way to be notified when I post a new video is by hitting that subscribe button down below. And if you want to make your life a little bit easier, you can hit the bell notification button. So, Black Friday, I kind of picked up this little guy. It was not an anticipated purchase. It was sort of kind of an impulse purchase, but not really because I've been having my eye on a velvet bag. So yeah, that's a big hint that gave away. It is a velvet bag. So before I drag on the anticipation anymore, I'm going to review which bag I picked up on Black Friday. It is the small, oops, ignore the tissue paper. It is the small YSL Loulou bag in black velvet. I picked this up on Black Friday at a ridiculously reduced price. It was 40% off, which is one of the reasons why I kind of picked it up. And I've been on the market for about, well, not on the market, I've had my eye on a velvet bag. I kind of just love the idea of the contrast between materials. I just love layering and mixing in different materials between what I'm wearing and the bags I'm carrying. And I was really having a moment because I was constantly bombarded with the Gucci velvet marmot bag that I was like kind of considering getting it, but I was just like, no, too many people have this bag. I don't want it because too many people have this bag. So I was like, oh, the YSL is a great alternative. Silly me. This is actually quite a popular bag because quite a few people have it. Not the small version. I feel like a lot of people kind of tend to go towards the mini version, but I opted for the small because I felt like it was a better size for me, kind of more for like an everyday bag, even though it's a very impractical everyday bag because it is black velvet. I love the fact that the black velvet had kind of like an antique gold kind of brushed hardware. It is not really in your face gold hardware because you know the YSL hardware can sometimes be very in your face. It has kind of like this shoulder strap here. You can kind of wear it as a shoulder bag or you can elongate it and wear it as a cross-body bag. As you saw in the beginning, I kind of had tissue paper here, and the reason why I had tissue paper there is because I noticed when I was storing the bag, the handle here kind of just does imprint onto the velvet. And if you've been watching main videos for a while, you would know I am anal when it comes to maintaining my bags. Like, I tend to buy bags that are like dark color, minimal maintaining, because I just can't be bothered with it. Not because I can't be bothered with it, but I kind of go overboard, and I kind of like, I am that person who will look at the weather report and see whatever the chances of it raining, and then I'll decide whether or not I'll use that bag or not, because I have this whole kind of honeymoon phase with any new bag I own where I kind of like, no, it's gonna rain, it can't get wet. No, it's too late, there's gonna be color transfer. And silly me, I went and bought a freaking velvet bag. But I just love it. Like, I absolutely love the contrast of the material with anything you're wearing. It kind of just adds like a gorgeous touch to it. It does come in other materials like leather, but I just don't know. I feel like with this bag, it looks a little bit more girly and classic in the velvet material. With the leather, it kind of has like more of like a rocker chic, and sometimes I feel like if I'm wearing a leather jacket, do I really want like a smooth leather bag? So let me just get on to the bag itself. So as you can tell, it is a velvet. It has a leather bottom, gold hardware, gold chain. You open it up and it has two compartments. It is actually quite spacey, so let me just take the tissue paper out. I have a straw. I don't know why I have a straw in there, but I have a straw in the bag. But so you can tell there's two compartments in here. There's the back, the front, and there's a middle zip pocket. And there's like a little small, hold on, let me just get my other stuffing out that I had there. So as I was saying, you have the front compartment, the back compartment. There is a small slip pocket here, and a zipper pocket in the middle. And as you can tell, I didn't even remove the plastic around the gold zipper pull. That is, I don't know. I figured I might as well just leave it. It's not, no one's gonna see it anyways. Well, I've heard complaints. Well, actually, I haven't heard complaints. Lily was telling me a lot of people were complaining about how the velvet in the Gucci bags were not as nice. It was kind of a little bit more thin and wore out easily, whereas the YSL velvet is much more plush. And I can definitely say it is really much more plush compared to the Gucci. Like I walked over to the Gucci after and I was like, oh yeah, the velvet kind of just doesn't feel as luxurious as the YSL one. So I got this at a ridiculously reduced price on Black Friday. I think the bag retailed for $2,495, somewhere around the $2,400 range, and it was 40% off. I don't know what it is with this year, but YSL has been severely discounted across the board this year because I picked up this bag for $1,700, I believe, and with tax it was around like $1,900, which is insane for a YSL bag. Like, is that not insane? Like, when does YSL go 40% off? But I was very hesitant with a black velvet bag because it is, I feel like it is a lot of high maintenance because you can't wear it when it gets wet. So I'm literally constantly checking the weather. When I have a sweater with it, like I was trying the bag with the sweater and literally my sweater, the wool just kind of stuck to the bag. So I was like really hesitant about this bag. Like, to be honest, I kind of just bought it and I was like, it's 40% off, and the sales girl was like, it's the last one in Montreal with Holt Renfrew, because they had, the other one was like a navy, which I was torn between the navy and the black, but I was just like, no, I always do a colored bag, let me just do a black bag, and black rarely goes on sale. Getting back to the point, my sweater fibers were kind of like sticking all over the bag, so if you have like a dog or a pet, or even if we wear a sweater, it kind of sticks to the fabric, so I will give you that as a definite warning. So I was like talking to the sales girl and I was like, do I just take a lint roller and kind of just like lint off the fibers? And she kind of was a little hesitant in suggesting that. She was like, if you do that, I would kind of do it lightly. When I brought the bag home and I had put it back in the dust bag, when I took it back out again, a lot of the sweater or wool fibers had fallen off. Like, it wasn't even attached to the bag anymore. I don't know if it's because of the dust bag, but I didn't even have to take a lint roller to it. By just putting it back into the dust bag, it took care of like all the fibers that were stuck to it. I had to Google how to take care of velvet, and velvet is actually a very hard material to take care of. I was at the cobbler and I was asking him, and he's like my favorite. Lily refers to our cobbler as our fairy godmother because the guy just knows how to maintain and repair anything leather. So I was like, oh, with a velvet bag, should I spray it? And he was like, you definitely need to spray velvet bags or velvet shoes because velvet is very hard to keep clean, so you definitely want to spray it with a protectant to prevent any stains from setting. So I just sprayed it with a multi-spray. If you guys are interested in a video about how to care for velvet items, please comment down below and give me a thumbs up, and I will definitely make a video about it. So this pretty much wraps up my video on the YSL small Loulou bags. Stay tuned for a review video about the YSL Loulou bag in velvet because there are absolutely zero reviews on this bag online. Like, when I was purchasing it, I was kind of hesitant, and the girl was like, oh, I can keep it aside for you, you can shop around and then come back. And as we were kind of perusing other stuff, I literally was trying to search up reviews on YouTube, and literally there are no reviews. Like, Chase Amy has a video where she kind of compares the different velvet bags between Gucci and YSL, and she actually has the mini version of this bag, but because she didn't own it for a long time, she didn't really have a review video because she can't attest to the fact that of how it wears and how it works because she just purchased it recently herself. So I will definitely making a review video on this bag. So that is it for this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now!